Router bit technology has really come a long way, and even what used to be just simple, straight router bits have progressed a lot. Let's have a look at a couple different options you can use in your router. This bit is simply a straight bit with carbide fastened to the cutting tips here. Not real big news there, but these two are very cool. These are both spiral cutters. Those are the ones I really want to talk about. Now, what's the deal with a spiral? When you are cutting a piece of wood, if you can shear it at an angle instead of cutting it straight on, you're always going to get a better surface finish. Way back in the day when you were first learning to use a hand plane, somebody may have told you, hold that hand plane at a little bit of an angle as you're cutting the edge, and by shearing it like that, you're going to get a better surface. Exact same thing here. So the spiral helps provide better cut quality. Now think about the technology we would need to try to attach carbide to that spiral cutting edge so that we had the same wear resistance the straight bit provides. In other words, we want to get a carbide cutter here. How the heck do we do it? Well, the easiest way to do that is to simply make the whole bit out of carbide. That's what's happening here. Both of these cutters are solid carbide. Couple impacts of that. One is that you got to watch the impact, especially if you have a concrete floor in your shop. If you drop this bit, it's quite likely it'll break into two pieces. So you do want to be careful handling them. Make sure you don't drop them. A bit like the first one we looked at would probably withstand a drop like that. You might dull the cutter a little, but it probably wouldn't break. So we do want to be careful about that aspect of the solid carbide bits. Now we can take this a step further. We've actually got these wound in two different directions. This cutter is what's called an upcut spiral. Now I need to actually hold it in the direction that you would use it. Think about this being in your handheld router. And when the router spins in its normal direction, this router bit, an upcut spiral, is working like a drill bit does. The flutes are actually evacuating material out of the cut, helping lift them out of there so that it clears the cut. The other bit next to it is what's called a downcut spiral. Now, that's not a southern hemisphere bit. It's got its own application. It's going to spin, of course, in the same direction. You never reverse a router, but what's happening as this one spins is that it's pushing the fibers down into the cut. Why would you do that? Let's say that you're cutting a dado through a really delicate surface. It could be that if we use the straight bit or the upcut spiral, it'll actually lift the fibers and it'll lead to chipping on the surface of that material. A great example would be something like bird's eye maple. With this cutter, as the bit goes through the cut, the spirals are actually compressing the material and pushing them down into the surface to reduce or completely eliminate chipping that we get on the surface. So all of these bits have their place in your shop. The benefit of the straight bit, it's the least expensive of the three. The upcut spiral clears material out of your work, may cause a little bit of chipping. The downcut spiral is your go-to bit if you want to make sure the top corners of that cut are as crisp as they can be. So like I said, technology has come a long way. It's good to know about the different things that are available to you in router bits.